It's Brown Girl Bella, here to unwind, wine, and have some wine with you. It's Bella After Dark, Throwdown Thursday. Let's get it. Brown Girl Bella. Brown Girl Bella. Brown Girl Bella. Hey, wonderfully made. Dr. Jess. Hey. Yeah, I had to go get a bite to eat too. Brooklyn wasn't trying to let me eat my salad. Welcome in, everybody. Welcome in. Don't forget to smash that like button. Don't forget to smash that like button. Smash it in, smash it in. I'm wearing my Booski. My t-shirt from Vernes Junk Closet. Guys, if you don't have Vernes Junk Closet, pick her up. She always makes me smile and laugh when I'm in here and when I'm in her lives as well. Proud mixed child. Hola, bienvenido. Buenas noches. And I even got, I'm turning into little Vernes, little mini Vernes. I got pom-poms from Pink Motivation. She gave me pom-poms. She gave me a beautiful mug that you'll be seeing from my Sunday sips. Beautiful mug. What else did she give me? A candle. Matter of fact, hold please. We're going to light one of her candles up tonight. This is Thank You God for Pink Lemonade, which is also the name of her book. She gave me her book as well. She just spoiled me rotten, basically. She spoiled me rotten. So, let's light her up. Light her up. My Miss Yo-Yo voice. That was my Miss Yo-Yo sinister laugh. I'm just so corny. All right, enough of that. But she did give me this beautiful candle. So we're going to light it tonight as we talk. I gotta find a place to put her. Where shall I put her? You know what? I will move Hey Big Head. We'll get to that later. But I'm going to move Hey Big Head, and I'm going to put that candle there. There we are. Nice. All right. This is my Forever Mood candle. And this one is in Hey Big Head. And I burnt that a little while ago. It makes me so freaking hungry. Yo, this thing smells like caramel popcorn, which is my favorite this time of year. So it just makes me want to eat. And I guess they say eating and sex is like go hand in hand, but it makes me want to eat. Like I feel really ravenous when I smell this. A mess. Y'all know it's after dark, right? So we gonna get it cracking. We gonna get it cracking. Okay, today's wine. Yes, I started this week without y'all. So y'all know what kind of week I had, but how much wine is left in a damn bottle by Thursday. Okay. It's been a week. So today's vino is called Gran Vino. And it's a Spanish wine. Because, you know, se habla español. But this has Temprano, Cabernet Sauvignon, Merlot, and Graciano, which I've never tasted the berry of that before I had this wine, but it is the fullest flavored wine I think I have ever tried from a Spanish wine. I mean, it is full body. And let's see. Yes, Graciano. Okay, so it has stampeding aromas, of course, blackberries, because that's in most Merlots. You'll find the blackberry, the plum, but there is a hint of mint in here. They say there's some cocoa in here, which I taste on the finish, but I mean, you talk about a bold wine. This is a bold wine. This is not for the lightweight. This is for somebody who loves and enjoys wine, especially red wines, especially full body red wines. And wait till I tell y'all the price. Y'all gonna really flip when I tell you the price. $9.99. $9.99. $10 bottle. And it feels like you're definitely drinking a $30 bottle. But what I told you guys about 90 plus, and the reason why I love this wine is because you probably are getting higher cost grapes because they take all of the grapes that are 90 plus, which means they are very, very good. And they make them into their own proprietary blend. So you could have a blend with $10 grapes, $50 grapes, $70, $80 grapes. It's like ridiculous. All in one bottle, and it costs $10. I'll do a ripple. No, it's not Ripple, but it's my version of Ripple because it's good. And look, I have my star already. I'm starting already. Wonderfully made with my silver star. That's right. I'm starting a month early because I can. Next month will be 25 years that I've been in AKA. So I'm starting the celebrations early because 25 years is a momentous occasion. So it called for a full body. So that's the one I'm drinking today. Yes, it's my ripple. It's my kind of ripple. All right, guys. So while we're waiting for my, oh no. Oh, I just got some bad news. about pop bottles. All right, let me get back to it because I just got some news. I don't want to even go there right now. So let's get back to the topic at hand. So I'm waiting for my guest to come so I can throw down the ladder and he can climb on board. But I want this to be an open dialogue because I want him to come on to kind of give the premise of it because it was the kind of catalyst for me doing this today. So let me drop the link. Supposedly he's here. So yes, I was in at 1 year old. I was a prodigy. I wish. I wish. I wish. Yeah, 25 years as an AKA. Whew. All right, Mr. Here's the link. Here's the link. Hold, please. Yes, I was a prodigy. Came from birth in AKA. Actually, my mother will probably tell you I probably did come from birth being an AKA because she was like, I didn't like nothing but pink on. Yes. Proud mixture. I'm so happy you're here. I'm so happy you all are here because where is this black man? Why he taking so long? Black men take a long time to get ready. And y'all talk about us? Here you go. Mm-mm-mm. What is this? Undefeated. What is this? What is this? Undefeated on this what? What is that?
Hey, how you doing?
Mm-hmm. I'd be doing a lot better if you was on time.
I would be on time if I had the link. But before we get into all that, I want to thank you for having me up on your channel again. Thank everybody that's in the chat for coming over. If you haven't already, please hit the like button. Our membership button is active, so it's super chat.
Hey, Buddha.
Hey, peace, Buddha. I need to speak with you, Buddha. We need to have a conversation. But that's for another time.
Uh-huh.
How was your day, Bella?
How was my day? Busy.
Busy, as usual.
As usual. Yes.
How Brooklyn doing?
Huh?
How was Brooklyn?
But at least you asked about how I was before you asked about Brooklyn. So Brooklyn is fine. She's curled up on her blanket with her hoodie still on.
Is it a purple one?
It's not. She wore the purple
Blanket's
one.
not purple?
Huh?
The blanket's not purple?
No, the blanket's not purple. The blanket is green.
Ah, okay.
Buddha said hit her up on IG.
And you don't understand what being undefeated on this panel?
Undefeated on the panel. I don't see the rest of it. It just says undefeated on this P.
Oh yeah, I see it's cut off. Yeah, I see.
So
when I typed it in, it wasn't cut off when I typed it in. So
Okay. So I wanted everybody to get the premise of why I called you on this panel today, because you were the kind of catalyst for me having this discussion. So first, let me take care of a few housekeeping. So hold, please, while I do that. Hold, please. 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 And we're back. All right. So wanted you to explain to everybody why we're here, why I decided to do this, and then I will expound on your points.
Oh, okay, I can do that. Yeah, and I was just doing some further research on the topic here. Back on November 30th, I did a response video to a brother. His name is Black Ram 313. The video that brother put out is why I still mess with ratchets. Really, give me a moment. Let me make sure I'm getting that title right.
Okay.
I don't want to. Okay, the title is why I still deal with ratchets. And so I did a response video to it. This guy's belief is that all women are failures. He calls them fee-fails. An educated woman is a fee-fail. An uneducated woman is a fee-fail. And so I did a response video to it because I believe that our sisters, our Black women are the most beautiful women on this planet. They're not failures. And so I want to do a response video to what he put out. Now, this latest video he put out, Why I Deal with Ratchets, he put that out 3 days ago, but it's a response to his original video of why he deals with ratchets. So I just wanted to do a response on that. I asked Bella her opinion on it, and should I do a response video? At first, Bella was kind of reluctant, didn't want me to really do it. But then when I explained to her why I was doing it, I think she kind of agreed, and not that she gave me the okay, but she gave me the okay.
Okay, so now you kind of get the gist of why I brought him up here, because he did a response to it, and I'm going to let him go into his response and what he said in a little bit more detail. But basically, what I took from it was not only are women failures across the board, in his mind, whether you are an educated female or an non-educated female. And he went on to say things like, it is the women who are educated, who work jobs that may require them to travel, and you may have had opportunities to travel outside of the country. And, if you're in a sorority, then you have other opportunities to travel. And yes, we travel abroad, as a sorority as well. And so there's just more opportunity for us to have sex with men, basically, is what he's trying to say. And so my whole stance of it was, first of all, I take issue to any man using us as fodder, basically, just to chat and talk about. My grandmother used to say all the time, like, you give them food for fodder, you give them food to think about, to just, gossip and talk about. That's what I got from this man. Like, I got such a visceral reaction from listening to him speak that I never thought that I would be sitting in a place where I would want to just slap somebody. Like, I really felt like he did his mother a disservice. He did his women family members a disservice. Like, how dare you speak to us like that? Like, how dare you use us as tools for your nonsense that you're spilling on YouTube? And just because you have a platform and just because you're allowed to speak whatever you freely think and feel doesn't necessarily mean you should always do so. I just felt such a disappointment in our Black men that they think that this is sport for them to talk about women like that. And he was using vernacular like, I could catch it and toss back, or, some of women are like catch and toss. They're not catching.
No. Catch and release.
Catch and release. Sorry. Catch and release is the terminology he used. So basically he's equating us to fish. Like, we can be caught and released, meaning, we don't have the wherewithal to really be that man's partner in life. All we're used for is sport and fodder, which is why I named it the way I did on this live stream. Now, I was so upset and so pissed when I watched this, and then to see DOD want to do a response to it, I was like, I don't think it needs a response. I don't think he needs to have any kind of platform where this can go on and on and on. But as I listened to his response and as I took it in, I said, well, you know what? It's the opportunity now for us women to kind of take back our power. And I've been seeing a lot of women come forth lately, and we'll get to, some other things that I recently discovered today that really has me questioning what's going on in this world. Like, we are just targets all the way around. Our men are targets, our sons are targets, our daughters are targets, and now we are targets. And I'm sick of being everyone's target practice. I'm not someone that you could, and I'm saying this for my race. My race of women are not here for your sport, for your catch and release, for your, calling me ratchet or calling me, loose, because I can be afforded the opportunity to travel and to travel for business or to travel for pleasure. It's not just to meet men. I told someone very, very recently, a few months ago, that when I go out and I'm out of the country, I put on my shades when I'm on the beach because I don't want to be bothered. I don't want to be bothered. I came here to relax. I came here to soak up the sun and, just get in touch with myself again and just be happy and free in the place that I love, which is the beach. That's one of my happiest places ever. If I'm on a beach, I'm happy. So, for you to say I'm using that as a tool to get men, first of all, you don't know what we're doing. So you're making a broad generalization based on your limited knowledge. And I'm gonna let y'all talk about it. I'm gonna see what y'all saying in the comments, because I was just most of the RNs and frontline workers and doctors are women. Yeah. What the hell does that make him? Exactly. You don't think enough of yourself to think that people only want you for, what's between your legs. Well, what does that make the woman that bore him into the world? Yes, exactly. That's what I'm saying. That makes me think of the line Willie D on his viz end with may apply to his start. Boy, not a man. His thought process and rationale is so immature. Exactly. Like, you are just limited in your perspective about women, about life. Let's see what else y'all saying. What woman would be intimate with him the way he thinks of women? Exactly. But that's why he says he only deals with quote unquote ratchet women, because the ratchet women are, like, I guess, the neighborhood women. And DLD, feel free to stop me if I'm misspeaking, because I want to make sure I quote this brother right. Anyway, so he's saying that the ratchet neighborhood women are limited in their exposure to the outside world because they're limited to the people on the block. So they don't have as many notches or whatever on their belt as the women who are afforded opportunities to travel outside of their neighborhood, their state, or what have you, due to work.
Okay, hold on. Let me clear that up a little bit.
Clear that up.
What he means by, and I'm just going to use the vernacular that he uses, but I'll clean it up. I'll clean it up some. But he's saying that the hood chicks, the hood ratchets, are easier to get with and be with, because the uneducated ratchet doesn't need him. An educated ratchet has her own money. She travels. She does whatever she wants to do. She doesn't need that man. A hood ratchet, he says, he's, in his opinion, would do more for him. She would use her EBT card to give him money or to go buy him groceries if that's what he needs, because she's in the hood. She needs a man, so she's more likely to to be more generous to him than an educated woman would be.
Yep, come on. I'm dropping the link if you want to come up and talk. Let's have it. Let's have this conversation. Wonderfully Made says, some guys do think of catch and release. Interesting reveal. That has been going on for a long while. Too bad guys haven't grown from that in the 21st century. Exactly. Like, yes, let's talk truth. Come on up. Let's talk about it. Absolutely. The link is in the chat.
Yeah, and catch and release. I know a lot of you probably already know it. It's a fishing term. It's when you catch a fish that may not be big enough, or you're not licensed to catch them and keep them to eat. So you have to release them. So with catch and release with Black women, for some dudes, is to have sex with them and then just leave them. No further communication with that person after you have sexual. After you're having a sexual encounter with her.
I mean, really, this is what we're still doing now. So why don't you, while we're waiting for another guest to come up, why don't you go into your response and what you said in your video?
Well, I kind of responded saying that. Hold on. I have a lot of messages coming through. My response to his video was simply that, and just to counter his he would rather have a hood ratchet. I told him, in my video said I would rather have an educated woman. If I had to deal with someone, I don't want a ratchet, non-educated woman or educated woman. I want a beautiful sister, educated, and pretty much ready to take over the world. That's what I like in a woman. I'm not looking for no ratchet anything. So my response to him was pretty much in saying that, hey brother, you need to do some growing up, because he sounded young too. You need to do some growing up and understanding that our women, I mean, I know there's ratchet women in all races, but for you to be talking down on our women like you do, it's sad. And if you go to his channel, it's filled with stuff like that, with topics like that. So,
but what I think got me the most about your video response was that you were telling him basically that his experience is limited, and he's kind of showing you how much he kind of self-hates because of the fact that he keeps downing women and degrading women in such a manner. It feels more like it's something within him than it's something with the women.
And women that look like his mother. So, but it stands to reason, Bella, what you just said, it stands to reason, because he probably is limited in his experiences, because he probably hasn't had the opportunity to travel, to get out of the hood. So, so his experience will be limited to the hood girl.
Exactly.
That's what he knows. So.
Exactly.
He probably wouldn't know how to speak to a woman outside of the neighborhood that he lives in.
Oh, I'm sure that is absolutely the case. Let's Talk Truth says the Black man and the Black woman is both doing bad right now, and they both got the nerves to talk bad about each other.
That's true.
Absolutely. Proud Mixed Child said he's got to go, fam. Got a call from my sis, and she told me I'm gonna be an uncle. Ooh! Congratulations. Hasta luego, La Paz. Wonderfully Made. Nah, too much to lose messing with Messy. You can lose your life. Exactly. Like this is not a joke. This is not a game. Right now, we're sitting on a powder keg of racism. I think we are one more thing from people really jumping in some stuff right now, because I know for myself, I have been bombarded with so much imagery of the hatred of my Black men, my fellow Black women, to the point where I am tired of it and I am angry and I want to respond and fight back, because I'm tired of you thinking that you could just say whatever the hell you want to say and not get checked for that. You don't have the right to talk to my brothers like that. You don't have the right to talk to my sisters like that. It's not right, and it's not going to happen on my watch. So Let's Talk Truth is here with us tonight. Hello, sir. Welcome.
Hello, everyone. I agree
What's
with
going on,
everything.
brother?
I agree with what y'all saying. But at 47, being almost half of 100, experiencing life the way I have, what I'm tired of is seeing the Black man and the Black woman. Because the Black man and the Black woman both behaving like this. That's what I'm seeing at 40. I'm seeing the Black man and the Black woman with this personality disorder, with this character disorder. What bugs me is that I'm tired of watching the Black man and the Black woman talk about each other like that. We keep doing that, and we keep speaking truth when we talk about each other. A lot of times we telling the truth. When the Black man is saying, I'm tired of what the Black woman is always up to it and how she carry herself. And then the Black woman say, I'm tired of the Black man, and we speaking truth, but we keep talking about each other, but we ain't being a part of the solution. I've been guilty of this. I've been guilty of, let me throw myself under the bus first. Once upon a time, I was guilty of it. Once upon a time, I was about the problem and not the solution, because I kept seeing my Black women doing this, but in the back of my mind, I kept seeing my Black man doing just as much as the Black woman. And I said, hold on, wait, Gary, you wrong. This ain't right, Gary. Something ain't right about this, because they both doing the same thing, and they both talking about each other, and they both guilty. So I believe the ancestors and the higher power telling me we both guilty, but there is a solution to this. And we just need to stop. We need to grow up. We need to mature. We need to learn to love ourselves and be kind to ourselves, and learn how to love each other and be kind to each other. It don't matter what color you are. It ain't even about skin color. This is big, because guess what? This is bigger than us. It's bigger than us. The man and the woman was made for a reason, and they was made in a certain type of way for a reason. He didn't make, when the creator made the man and the woman, he didn't make them from the top of each other's head. He went in the man's side and made her from the man's side. And I said, why you make her from the man's side? He said, I made her. He said, I didn't make her from the top of his head or up under his feet, behind his back. He said, I made the woman from his side, because I want the man to stand by the woman's side and the woman to stand by his side. Now, that's something that you said is really powerful. I want to tell you what that is. When you said that it's time for the woman to take back what's righteously theirs. Because I'm at 47, I don't want to be led by men no more. I want to see a woman in the office. You see, because there's a story that said that the man and the woman was created and they both screwed up. But I guess the man said, well, it's your fault. And you're the reason why we're going through all of this. So we just going to make it to where you can't make that mistake again. And what have the man did? The Black man is doing bad with leadership. The white man is doing bad with leadership. All he got is Bill Clinton and Hillary. They doing bad. Look who leading the Black man, Kim Kardashian and other Black Lives Matter white people. The white people done rolled more for the Black people during this pandemic, aka pandemic, than the Black man done roll for himself.
Exactly.
All of the human races is doing bad with leadership. None of the races have a good leader. I don't believe in president and government. My president is God. My government is God. I don't believe in voting. I don't indulge in all of that. When I was young and dumb, when I was that person you talking about right now, this is a beautiful topic too. I hope somebody learning from this. When I was that person you talking about now, I used to be that person. I was just like that. I was about the problem. I was on that dumb stuff. This is old. It's played out. We need to grow up. We need to go and read, research, do our homework. I don't got time to be talking about what the black woman doing no more, because I know as a black man, I ain't been doing my part. Exactly. So I can't talk about her. I can't be so quick to speak on her without talking about me. And so the man don't want woman to lead no more. I want to see a woman in the house. I don't want to see a man in there no more. I want to see a woman in there. I don't want to be led by men anymore. At 47 years old, speaking from experience, I can talk like this. 30 different prisons, 8 county jails, and I live with a bullet between my lung and my heart. That was my then. This is my now. That was my famine. This is my harvest. She right. She is right. It's time for the woman to take it back. But this is what's sad. I used to think I was going to be a part of the marching. I used to think I was going to be a part of the rioting and the looting. I told myself, if this stuff happened, I'm going to be in there. But God had another plan for me. God had another plan for me. And it's sad to see how the human race is behaving the way they behaving. And like, y'all need to take it back. But God want to see us come together. He loved to see us come together. But it's sad to see what we coming together for. The response is backwards. I done my research. 30 different prisons, 8 county jails, 6 city jails. I got 2 prison numbers in 2 different states. 104736 Colorado, 97073 Arkansas. Speaking from experience, I done lived long enough that I'm a survivor, not a victim. Been stabbed 8 times. The woman next to me stabbed 3 times. I was stabbed 8 times. The woman next to me was stabbed 3 times. Her secret, she was 29, I was 22. She was faster than me. She had 4 kids. She had 4 kids, and she had 4 kids. They weren't none of mine. I was gonna marry this woman, and knowing that I would never be able to have no babies with her because she can't have no more. So look at what I was feeling. I would never get a chance to be a dad from a child that came from me. And this woman had secrets that almost got both of us killed. 4 kids in the house. He came home from the army on the weekend leave with this knife right here. He came in from the army on the weekend leave with this Rambo knife right here, stabbed me 8 times, stabbed the woman 3 times. He was in the house from 5 p.m. till 1 o'clock in the morning when he went to work on us. So I want to say this, when I got stabbed in that situation, I didn't press no charges. I didn't call no police. I didn't do none of that. But when I went through that right there, the one thing I did do is I protected that man's freedom, and I protected that man's life. And for a while, I hated women. For a while, I hated women. For a while, I hated women. I hated my own mother. I hated females. Am I still on?
Yeah.
You're still on, brother. Go ahead.
Okay, my camera froze up. It got me looking like I'm in a matrix and I'm froze like ice. But I want to say this.
Great.
I want to say this. For a while, after I got stabbed, knowing I did nothing wrong, I get disability from this. Knowing I did nothing wrong to nobody. I didn't deserve this. I hated my own mother. I hated women for about 2 or 3 weeks. I hated females. I hated anything that was of a female. But before all of that happened, I was protecting them. So when my brother would fight with his girlfriend, it would be me and his girlfriend fighting him. I protected whoa man. And I couldn't believe that something like this happened to me. You know, I never thought my own people would be the one to try to take me out. Maybe another race or an animal or something, but not my race. But that's not the world we live in. And so it took a lot for me to bounce back, to recover, to rehabilitate. Mm-hmm. So I don't know what that brother going through that's behaving the way he behaving. But we all guilty as a black man and as a black woman. And we need to stop behaving like this.
You know what, brother? I appreciate your passion, man. And I understand, like you said, man, it's everyone's experience. I said the same thing in my response video to that brother. I said, whatever his experiences are, is the reason why he is the way he is.
And you're not defending him. I recognize that. I acknowledge that, and I stand with you. I want to say to the people, to society, when he spoke in that brother's behalf, he wasn't speaking, he wasn't trying to defend him. He was defending what's truth. He wasn't trying to defend the black man. He was speaking up for the black man and the woman and for all human races. That brother was telling the truth when he was speaking a few minutes ago. He was trying to help the man, the woman, the people, society to understand why this woman right here, Miss Bella, is having this topic tonight. He was trying to break down the understanding of why this man is behaving like that. And I stand with you, and you was correct on that. Sometimes Jesus wasn't lying when he said, Father, forgive us, for we know not what we do. I done read and studied all of the books, and whether the Bible is true and any of them books is true or not, it sure makes some sense to this life we live in. It sure coincide with this life we live in. It sure fits the scenarios that we living in this life. And the man and the woman is messed up. All races, all other races. Y'all need to read these books. You know, I done read them all, and I can get the quote in the Bible, and then somebody want to go, well, I'm not a Christian. Well, I'm not none of that anyway. I was born in it, but I decided to separate myself and divide myself because I realized that humanity is separating itself and dividing itself. And once you separate the people and divide the people, you separate and you divide the truth, because he who sits up high looks down low. Our creator, the face, the goal that we need is to see his face. And once you separate the people and divide the people, you separate and you divide the truth, because the creator rested his truth and his good on the people. So there's an evil that lives amongst us, and its goal is to separate us and divide us. It don't want us on here talking like this. It's trying to separate me from myself, not just me from my family, not just me from my people, my race, or the human race. This evil that lives amongst us want to separate me from myself. It want me to hate myself. It want me to kill myself. That's what it want all of us to do. Y'all got to know that there's evil lives amongst us.
We're not going to do that, right? Let's talk the truth.
We're not going to do that. We survivors. We're going to live. We're going to stay alive. We're going to stand firm. So when that evil looked me in the eye and said, I got a plan, the devil, and said, I'm coming for you. And I looked the devil back in the eye and I said, I got a plan too. And I'm coming for you too.
All right now. So let's talk. What would you say to that young man if he was here right now? What would you say to him?
I would say this to him, because mental health is the biggest disease in the world. And once you have a lack of knowledge, wisdom, or understanding, and education, you become automatically mentally ill. And this evil lives amongst us. It wants us to be mentally ill. It don't want us to know truth. It don't want us to have knowledge, wisdom, understanding, and education. It don't want us talking like this. Right now, there are many people listening to this right now, and that evil that lives amongst us is doing push-ups because it set traps for us. And right now, because we're having this discussion right now, those traps are being released. There's people who was walking in the traps, and they didn't know this until they seen this video right here, until they heard what that brother said, until they heard what you said, until they looked into them comments, and now they able to break them traps. Now break every chain, break every chain, they breaking chains. This discussion and topic is breaking chains right now. I would say to him, I hope this discussion and topic is breaking your chain too, because we wrong, brother. As a man, as a black man, we wrong. And I used to behave just like you. I used to talk like you. I used to point that finger, brother. I used to do what you're doing right now, brother, and it's wrong. I would say do your research. Read, and keep on reading. Pray, and keep on reading. I would say do your research. Go get some knowledge. Go get some wisdom, some understanding, some education concerning your disorder, because it's a disorder. It's a character disorder. It's a personality disorder. And when you don't get this education we supposed to have, you in trouble, brother, and it's wrong. It's wrong. You hurting yourself and you hurting society, the people. You part of the problem and not the solution. And you don't know what you're doing. You don't have the intentions to behave that way. That's just how we're a product of our condition. You don't know. When he said, Father, forgive them for they know not what they do, he wasn't lying, because we know not what we do. I'm still learning at 47. I'm almost at 100. Arkansas in the house. That's where I'm from. I'm from Hope, Arkansas. Desiree Burton, shout out to you. I'm from Arkansas.
Nice. Welcome in,
Desiree.
And you know me, I just think the brother needs more life experience. Right, he's young. Right, he hasn't really traveled outside his immediate environment, his circle. So he don't know any better. He really
Right?
don't.
I had to cut people off to get to where I'm at.
Yes.
I had to cut people off. So quarantine been good. I've been like this for 12 years. I get disability. I get a check from this. So I'm getting confirmation right now. I can't close my eyes because I see visions. I'm in a different time now. Y'all
Then, bro,
dealing with
I'm sorry to hear about your experience with with that lady
brother,
and
look,
the guy
brother,
she was with.
brother,
That's I
hey,
understand. I understand where you're coming from.
yeah, I'm not sorry about my experience. I took my experience and I turned it into a barcode. I took my
Right, but
experience.
because you had to go through that experience, though.
Brother, let me tell you something. Once you get this knowledge that I've learned, you got to go through this, brother. You'll be blessed to come in this. I manifest. I manifest from the earthly mother to the earthly father. Once you get this knowledge and this wisdom and this understanding, brother, you got to go through this. You got to pick up your cross and carry it, brother. You don't know how you're going to leave this world. That's life. That's a part of accepting life. This knowledge that I'm sharing with you is what's going to make you a better person.
Welcome in. Welcome in. Welcome in. I applaud your passion. I'm so glad that you were able to come up here and talk to us. Because I felt it, and I've been feeling this way for a while now. And
I'm sorry you had to go through what you went through, sister.
Thank you.
I'm sorry you went through that. I apologize to you for that, brother. I hate that you had to experience something like that, because little do we know, this mental health is real. I get the check every first of the month. I wasn't born like this. We got just two different kind of mental ill people. The one that's born like this, and then there's the one that come into the world, born into the world, and life happened to them. So I'm trying to share something
going around too, because of the circumstances that we're in. I mean, we can't go outside and talk to each other. I was just, before I got on this live, I'll just share a little bit of my personal story. I was on the phone with my daughter, and she was just saying how, she's going through a rough time. She's
everybody is.
Yeah, she wants to go out. She wants to hang out with her friends, and she wants to do things. And she's like, I feel isolated. I feel alone. And
Let me tell you something. Everybody that's been incarcerated, I've been to 30 different prisons, 8 county jails, 6 city jails, 2 prison numbers in 2 different states. So quarantine ain't nothing to me. Because I've been in 23-hour lockdowns. I've been incarcerated with people that's been in the cell for up to 23 hours a day for the last 10 years. This right now is the best time to be getting right with yourself, getting right with God, and getting right with everything around you. It's good to be to yourself. The preacher don't hang out with the congregation unless he's preaching to them. He ain't hanging out with them. The teachers don't hang out with the students unless they teaching to them.
All right, Desiree.
You know what I mean? So the preacher, Jesus, they kept begging Jesus to build a house and do this. This is not my home. I'm just passing through. I'm just a messenger. My mama carried me for 9 months. But before she could carry me for 9 months, my dad was carrying me. But before he could carry me, my creator was carrying me. So let's get this understood. Yeah, mama, you carried me for 9 months. But mama, let's be careful about how you glorify that, because God get all the glory, mama. And before you could ever carry me, I was with God, mama. I started with God, mama. Everything start with God, mama. And then God took me, mama, as I manifest, and put me inside the earthly man. And the earthly man carried me to the earthly woman and planted me as a seed in her womb. And my earthly mother carried me for a time and a half a time and a season. And here we are with our beautiful selves. But we need to understand and start with God. This ain't your fight. This ain't your battle. And that's why I got this bullet between my lung and my heart, 20-year-old bullet. That's why, we got to survive. We can't, this bullet don't scare me. And I'm not worried about it. I don't care about that no more. I'm too busy surviving. You know what? I'm thankful that I can get on here and share. It's a blessing to be on here and learn something. It's a blessing to be alive to teach. You got to remember, now we're going to get killed for speaking truth. You got to remember they cut John the Baptist's head off for speaking truth. They nailed Jesus to the cross for speaking truth. They shot John F. Kennedy in the head for speaking truth. They shot Abraham Lincoln in the head for speaking truth. They shot Martin Luther King, Malcolm X in the chest and many other places for speaking truth. Martin Luther King got shot in the head for speaking truth. Jesse Jackson started to speak truth, but he looked at all of the names that I just called out and he changed his mind. But here come Obama. And Obama said, yes, we can. We can speak truth. And if a string of hair on my head come up missing for tampering with the truth, it's going to be some problems. But we're going to speak truth. But we got to understand, how can you speak truth if you ain't went done your research and your study and your homework and get the truth? You can't talk about something you don't know nothing about. Once upon a time, I couldn't hold a conversation like this. Once upon a time, I didn't understand like this. Once upon a time, I didn't know how to talk like this. And I got tired of sitting in that cell and I got to talking to God and I asked him to touch my mouth the way you touched Solomon. Give me what you've given to many others. I don't want to gangbang no more. I don't want to sell drugs no more. And I don't want to die living my life like this and knowing that when I left this world, this is all I've done. God gave 10 talents to 10 people. 9 other people done what they're supposed to do. Your talent is the gift of life. You're supposed to take your life and do something with it. I'm not worried about the people that done passed and gone. I'm going to see them again. I believe in life after this. So when people pass and I don't get the hoop and the holler, I know I'm going to see. I have to calm down because you're going to see them again soon and very soon. So so we speaking truth. Y'all need to know we're going to be murdered and killed for speaking truth. That's the reason why this woman on here talking about the women need to take the power that God gave them back. And she right. Women have, because of this thing, this big lie that the woman did this. She the reason why we going through all of this. The man done put the blame on the woman. God made the man and the woman as a balance. That's why he went in the woman's side and made it from the man's side and told Adam, name her. It all makes sense. Even if the Bible ain't true and the Quran ain't true, I done read all of the books front to back. I was born in Christianity. But in that prison cell, I started reading all of the books. Now I see why we so separated and divided in the prisons. The white people is over here. The black people is over there. All of the races is separated and divided. And don't you know the races that separated and divided from one another is going to war on their own self? As soon as one of the races have a problem with each other, they go to war with each other and then they stop that war and go back to killing each other. Once you separate the people and divide the people, you separate and divide the truth. The biggest thing right now is separation and divide. And if you're feeling fatigued right now, if you're feeling like her daughter and you caged up right now, if you're feeling like you can't move, you ain't got no elbow room right now, you need to go to God and you need to try to find somebody that can share some experience with you concerning being incarcerated. What you're supposed to be doing right now. You, Shania, O'Shea, Amaru, one of y'all come here, son, daughter, somebody, one of y'all. Come here and talk to these people with your daddy right now. They need to know what they're supposed to be doing right now. They lost and they confused right now, son. Come here, son. Tell them who in charge, son.
God.
Who running everything, son.
God.
Who woke them up this morning, son.
God.
Who protected them as they slept last night, son.
God.
Who watched over them all through the night, son.
God.
Who woke them up this morning and prepared they waited, son.
Yeah.
Who told them I'll be taking care of you and I done prepared your way today. And if I need you, I'll call on you. And until I call on you, go on about your way. Who said it, son?
God.
Tell them to have a good day.
Have a good day.
Yeah, y'all need to be trying to get right with yourself. You need to be trying to get right with everything around you. You need to be trying to get right with your wife, with your kids. I don't care what you're wrong with. Try to get right with it. This is the best time to be to yourself. Because guess what? Pretty soon the truth is finna be treated like a disease. Pretty soon the truth is finna be treated like an illegal drug. Pretty soon you ain't gonna be able to find the truth. Pretty soon we're gonna be so separated and divided. Everybody that once upon a time knew truth and had truth gonna be gone. You ain't gonna be able to find it and you're gonna be looking for some answers and they ain't gonna be so easy to find. You're not gonna be able to find the truth because ain't nothing gonna be there out here but that old ugly lie. Once upon a time the lie didn't even exist. Didn't nobody have to die. Y'all just don't know. You don't read. How you know what what the preacher preaching to you about. If you ain't read the book, he preaching to you out. The preacher can't even teach you about Revelation because the congregation is still stuck in Genesis. And the school teachers couldn't teach at home because the parents wasn't being, the school teachers couldn't teach at school, because the parents wasn't being parents at home. Some of you mothers and fathers out there is mad because you got to be with your kids throughout the day. You got to get the laptop up and you got to be responsible and accountable, and you're wrong. You wish you could drop your kids off and dump them off, and you're wrong. I'm glad my babies is here with me right now. I ain't gotta worry about them being shot up in no school building no more. Wherever the preachers is preaching and the teachers is teaching, wherever there's education is under attack. Pretty soon you ain't gonna be able to find no education. Ain't nothing gonna be in this world but death.
Exactly.
Then you're gonna be trying to find death, and the scriptures say death gonna even leave the world.
Yep. That's
ain't gonna be no death. They gonna be trying to kill themselves because they can't handle this. This ain't no game. I'm glad I read them books. I'm glad I researched and studied. I'm glad Christianity ain't just all I know. I'm glad gang banging and selling drugs and being a nigga ain't all I know. I'm glad I know more to life than just what I once upon a time all I knew.
Exactly. And
she right, and you women need to take it back. God love to see us coming together, but he hate to see us coming together the way we do. That's the only beautiful thing about this. Is we come together, but we come together to march, protest backwards. We loot and riot backwards. This all was when I was reading this stuff and researching this stuff more than a decade ago. It was odd, and I was felt like Moses. How I know this? How this stuff though? Is this true? Could this be? Is this stuff? My grandmother used to tell me about it. She used to prophesize it before she passed away. And I used to think Grandma was talking crazy. Grandma, why are you talking like that? She said, grandson, you're gonna see some crazy things in the future. She said, you're going to see some crazy things in the future, grandson. You're going to see men loving men and women loving women. You're going to see all that. And I said, Grandma, what you talking about? Stop talking like that. You know, I was just a baby. I was an innocent little baby, little kid. I didn't know nothing about this crazy stuff y'all was doing. Y'all was crazy before I got here. And when I leave, you're going to be crazy. Because I done seen too many come and go, and you're crazy. And you ain't doing nothing but getting crazy. And when I say y'all, you know who you are. If the shoe fit, put it on and wear it. And don't be ashamed of it.
Absolutely.
Like that bone or leave it alone. The shoe fit.
Absolutely.
Now, I'm being man enough to say, well, I'm wrong. The topic in discussion she having, I'm wrong. I've been guilty in that. I was blind, but now I see. Y'all need to first, the beginning of growth and development is first acknowledging you a mess. A lot of y'all don't want to be honest. A lot of y'all running around here secretly mentally ill. Now, I ain't focused on the ones that's been diagnosed. I'm focusing on y'all running around here saying the biggest question is, how you doing? And the biggest lie to that question is, I'm good, I'm okay, I'm fine. You lying. Be honest and work on yourself. I got on my butt and went got the help that I needed. Did no judge make me do it. My mama, no brothers, no family, no district attorney, no probation, no parole. None of that made me do it. I wanted help. I wanted answers. I needed help for myself. I tried gangs. I tried family. I tried drugs. I tried the street, but I had never tried the truth, and I ain't never tried Gary.
Okay.
I owe Gary. And I ain't wrong for putting myself first. How can I be any good to you if I ain't no good to myself?
There you go.
And she right. You women need to stand up and take. You're not taking nothing from the men. You just equaling out the balance.
Exactly.
You ain't taking nothing from the man. But you know why the man won't keep on pulling and won't let y'all get in there? Because he know when y'all get in there, y'all gonna open up them doors, and that's the truth gonna come out. And when you do, they gonna kill you. That's a woman's biggest problem. Why you think Michelle Obama wouldn't run? Her biggest thing was waiting on Obama to get out of there. We in a waiting room, y'all. You know how when I got shot, when I got stabbed 8 times and the woman next to me got stabbed 3 times, we both was in the same emergency room. She was on one side of the room, I was on the other side. We in a waiting room, y'all. And I'm wondering why I got all these holes in my body but they not life-threatening. But the Rambo knife, you would think it's life-threatening. This knife went all the way through my body. Only one in the million that said surviving. I woke up out of my sleep. He sprayed mace in my eyes. I'm wondering why come I'm still sitting here, and why come that woman sitting over there on the other side? Why she still sitting here? You know why? Because there was other people who came in there who was on with life-threatening issues, and they had to take care of them first. And we in the waiting room, y'all. Until God come and get us in this waiting room, there's some people who do so messy and so evil. They got to be taken care of first. So y'all be patient. Be patient with the Lord, because we in the waiting room, and don't rush life. Take your time. We in the waiting room. Yeah. I'm waiting on God. I ain't waiting on the president to come and change the world. I'm waiting on God. I ain't waiting on the government to come and change the world. I'm waiting on God. I ain't waiting on the voting to get right and they be honest about it. I'm waiting on God. I don't trust the president and government. And without society, the people, the governor ain't got nothing to govern. Without society, the people, the president can't preside. We are the power. The power's in our hands.
Yep. Let me tell you something. Walk with Tiffany just made a good point. People are afraid and scared of being labeled.
Right. That's why I've had people that say they want me to be a leader. You should be a leader for our people. Why would I lead you? Y'all don't get me killed. Because y'all followers, too many followers, and y'all don't follow right.
Exactly.
So why would I put myself in that line knowing that my followers is going to be the ones that get me murdered, not the people coming for me? I'm not worried about the people coming for me. I'm more focused on my dang old followers. I know the people coming for me. I know, listen. I know the people that's coming for me is going to kill me. But I'm put here to die for something. And I'm not worried about them coming to kill me. I'm not worried about that. I'm more focused about my people that's lost and confused that I need to be trying to save. Jesus wasn't worried about the one sheep that was the 99. He was worried about the one that was lost. The 99 was good. Yeah. So I'm focused on my followers. They're not good. They lost and confused. They're a mess.
Yeah. I mean, I would rather us stop looking for somebody to hold up to lead and just collectively get together and get the job done. I don't think that there needs to be a one particular leader, one particular person to take us to wherever we need to go. I think we need to just collectively get together like everybody else, every other race and every other ethnicity are able to
is together. We are together. We just don't come together.
We're not together. We're not together. If we're bashing our fellow women, we're bashing our fellow men on this side. We're, struggling on one end and on the other end we're doing well and we're isolated in our homes and not looking at what's going on around us. There's real serious issues going on around us.
All right.
I read today in my local newspaper where a couple have been living in their car because they can no longer afford their home. And so they were moved out of their home. I thought there were systems in place to protect people so that they didn't lose their home.
Well, that's not that world you living in is the world I once upon a time lived in too. But we got to keep in mind and remember that this is a corporation. This is a business establishment. Now I'm gonna put Six Flags and Illigies and Walt Disney. I'm gonna give you all of the lights. I want you to see all of the lights and all of the beauty because you're not gonna see the truth. I need you to look at all of that because behind closed doors, I'm trafficking you. Behind closed doors, you're nothing. And that's why that's what it is. And you got to accept that for what it is. We're not together, but we are together, but we're not together. And I'm
not saying we are together. I'm saying we need to be together. I'm saying that there needs to be a fundamental shift on how we think. And it's not just about what that man is doing over there or what that woman is doing over there, talking about this guy or this woman or this woman over there. We're all in this together. And if we don't stand together and get stuff done, it will continue to be this way. It will continue to be a foot behind instead of 10 feet forward.
And we don't got that much time either. That's another thing.
We
What you're
don't.
saying is
We
I'm
don't.
gonna tell you something. Let me
Daily. They're plucking us off daily.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you something. We don't got that much time. Pretty soon, this whole topic ain't gonna. It's gonna be too late for it, and it's gonna really be all about survival to the finish. Every man for himself. I mean, and everything you saying and we saying, we in our homes right now. I'm at home right now with my family right now. Mm-hmm. But everything you saying, it's about to get. It's something else that's about to come. To another thing, y'all. There's something else. Y'all ain't seen nothing yet. I'm supposed to say this to y'all. Y'all get ready for Stafford Law. Y'all get ready for martial law. Y'all can get ready for the vaccine. Y'all can get ready. You think your daughter can't breathe? You think she fatigued and can't move and she feel like she can't hardly move? You ain't seen nothing yet. And I'm gonna tell you something. I don't have to feel a lot of sympathy and sorrow because of what's finna happen. I'm only supposed to serve my call of duty, and my call of duty don't come with no dumb, with no setback. We in the season of Left Behind. There's gonna be a lot of people that don't know what's going on, and I'm not gonna have time to save you like I tried to save that little kid who didn't make it. I'm not gonna have time to stop for you. So you better get this while the getting is good, because I vibe off of energy and that's and behavior. I don't really too focus on what your mouth is saying and what's coming out your mouth. I vibe off of energy and behavior, and that's what the scriptures teaches. And some of them gonna be behaving in a panicky way. And I'm not gonna have time to help you and save you, because the panicky people gonna get you caught up. When I got stabbed 8 times and when I was shot, I never panicked. So when he came at me with the knife, I came back at it. In my underwear, 1 o'clock in the morning, fighting for my life. I didn't run from him. I ran to it. I'm different. I'm born different. I'm different. So I keep to myself. I don't see no mamas. I don't see no daddies, no brothers, no sisters, no uncles, no aunties. But thank by the grace of God, my family probably bigger than yours or bigger than all of y'all's. I didn't have family is what I'm saying. I've experienced grandmothers and grandfathers. I've experienced a big family and reunions, and I've experienced all of that. So I don't feel bad that I don't have it anymore. Matthew 10, verses 34 through 36. Do not think that I came to bring peace, for I've come to bring a sword. I've come to turn father-in-law against son-in-law, mother-in-law against daughter-in-law. Your enemy will be the member of your own household. That woman you sharing that bed with, that man you sharing that bed with, them kids you sharing that same house with, can become the member of your own enemy of your own household. So that's why you can see my babies come up in here and say what they say. This is not a game. I stay on it with my kids. This is not a game. Your enemy will become the member of your own household. That woman you sharing that bed with can become your enemy in the blink of an eye, or you could become hers, vice versa. This is not a game. Separating and dividing people is real right now. It's big. The devil wants you to yourself. This evil that lives amongst us, it wants you to yourself because it can consume you better if it gets you to yourself, because more than half of the human population don't have knowledge, wisdom, understanding, nor education. More than half of the human population is unaware that depopulation is real. They don't understand why a lot of people is dying. There's so many sick people on the earth, so many people with diseases. The earth is overcrowded, and the rich rulers and they don't come together. There was nothing they can do. They knew society and the people was getting tired and we was waking up. And we may not be able to get to call them up and say, hey, you a world leader, man, what's going on? Y'all need to fix this. We can't do that. And they know we thinking like that. But there are some of us not just thinking. Some of the humans are strapped with guns and they want to get at them people. Them people know their lives are in danger who've been leading us. And they couldn't fix everything. Right. So some of this stuff that's happening got to happen. We don't know if it's a chemical warfare, if it's a 5G antenna, more people is about to die. What's sad is, it's sad to see that the people don't want to wake up. They don't want.
Thank you for coming.
They don't want to read. If somebody else want to talk, man, be my guest, because I'm gonna tell y'all something. I get paid to talk. I go to schools. When I came home from prison, I've been in. You can Google my name and you'll see me all over the internet. You'll see me talking to a group of kids. You know, this is what I do. Once upon a time, I told you I couldn't talk like this, but God touched my mouth. So I don't need no props from none of y'all. None of y'all can't give me no props. You can't gas me up. God done already. He takes care of me in that area. I don't allow humans to. I don't fall for the human compliments. You know, so I'm saying all of that to say this. If y'all want what I got, go and read them books. Go and do your research and study. Go learn. and start being kind to yourself and be kind to others, and stop being a dumb follower. And get your read on, do your homework, read, research, feed yourself. Stop running for food all the time and stalk some education. Stop stalking the humans. Y'all be stalking each other all the time. You want to be in each other's face all the time. You can't stand being alone all the time. But you're quick to disrespect each other and talk about it. You can do it by yourself. Well, there's an evil that lives amongst us that's bringing something upon us, and you about to be by yourself. You think her daughter, like I say, she can't get no elbow room and she can't move right now. You ain't seen nothing yet. And a lot of y'all ain't ready for what's about to come. You're not ready for martial law. You're not ready for Stafford law. You're not ready for quarantine. If I took some of y'all and put y'all in a prison cell, you'd probably kill yourself because you can't handle being alone. But you're quick to say, I'll go to jail. I'll do that life sentence. But as soon as you get behind them bars, your whole world changed. Y'all ain't never been back there. I wouldn't wish it on my own worst enemy. And my goal is to never go back there. But one thing is for sure, I can handle quarantine and I can handle being in a cell. You can't. Yeah. You ain't done. And it's sad to see you men out there. You so-called men out there that's been locked up, been incarcerated. Y'all supposed to be teaching these women and educating the men and educating others on how to behave right now, how to conduct themselves, how to carry themselves right now. Because we know what it's like to be quarantined. We know what it's like to be locked up. We know what it's like to be incarcerated. Our black women, they don't know that. Our black kids, they don't know that. More than half the human population that never seen a prison cell don't know nothing about quarantine. They don't know nothing about locked up. And you men that's been incarcerated, you wrong. You're wrong. Yeah. You're supposed to be educating your people. You're supposed to be making them strong and smart and helping them to understand why they can't hardly get no elbow room right now. Why they can't hardly move right now. Why they feeling fatigued right now. Why they feeling trapped and closed in right now. You're supposed to be helping them to understand that. All of them times you went to jail and sat in that cell. And you got to the point where you knew how to master sitting in that cell. Now you out here running wild like them, like you don't know no better. It's embarrassing. I'm embarrassed to be black. I'm embarrassed to be black. My people embarrass me. Like I used to embarrass them, but I don't embarrass my people no more. I'm not out there targeting my people. I'm not out there targeting nobody. Y'all sad. I used to be just like y'all. I'm glad I cut y'all off. I cried on Mother's Day. I was born on Mother's Day. Every 4 years, my birthday come on Mother's Day. I used to cry on Mother's Day. I used to cry on Thanksgiving. I used to cry on Christmas. I used to cry on the 4th of July because I wasn't seeing nobody, no mamas, no daddies, no brothers. I don't see nobody. I'm sick of y'all playing with this quarantine. I'm sick of you black brothers out there talking about you solo. You lying, you fake. You ain't solo. You don't know what it's like to be solo or be to yourself. I'm a witness what it's like. I get that check every month. The only difference between me and y'all, I get paid for the diagnosis y'all going through right now, and y'all don't. I took my situation and turned it into a barcode. Y'all didn't. I gang banged too. I sold drugs too. I lived that life too. I got shot, stabbed, messed up my knee. I'm all messed up. I look like I'm in good shape, but thank God I don't look like what I've been through. Thank God I don't look like what I've been through. Is that your channel
name? Let's Talk Truth. Is that your channel name?
That's my channel name. I changed it from the Gary Armstrong Effect to Let's Talk Truth. And the reason, now I was bald-headed, wasn't no hair on my face, but in the last 3 weeks, I've been growing this hair. Because like the old man told me, when you see all of them grays, he said, young man, those are not gray hairs, young man. Those are medals of your survival. Those are your medals of what you've survived. So I'm growing it back. I'm seeing if I'm going to get a chance to look like a black Moses. I'm going to let it grow. I'm just going to let it grow and let it go. I ain't going to shame. I'm not going to try to trim it up or make it look. I don't want to look like y'all no more. I don't want I ain't trying to keep up with your trends no more. He said, thou shalt not love the world nor anything that the world is made of. And I don't love no gold chain. I don't love the car. I ain't crazy about this apartment. I ain't crazy about none of this. Because when I came in the world, I didn't bring it with me. When I leave, I can't take it with me. So you feel me?
There you go.
I ain't finna fall out with it. I ain't gonna hate you over no car, no chain, or no rap song. I don't care what you're fighting over. Hip hop is sad. All of the rappers killing each other. You know, some of the rappers, I've been telling them what was finna happen to them before it happened to them. I've been telling them, and I was the Gary Armstrong effect. I was at 106,000 views. I was getting 5,000 to 10,000 views a week. I deleted 1,000 videos and 106,000 views. Just in the last 3 weeks, I just made it to 3,000 or 4,000 views within like a week, and I deleted all them videos and the views. I ain't crazy about this. I don't care about a YouTube check. I'm on here to speak truth and see what I can learn from you. I don't care nothing about no YouTube. My reward is with God. So I'm not looking for a YouTube check. I ain't crazy about comments, shares, or likes. You may look up and see me posting videos and posting some truth. They right now they asking, why you take your videos down? Why you be deleting the videos? Why you do that? Why y'all keep living the way y'all living right now? Don't get me to asking no questions.
Well, thank you, Tiffany, for the super sticker. I appreciate you.
But it's sad, man, what's going on in this world today. And you right. It's a good topic. I hope somebody learns something from it. Y'all women need to stand up. You do. You need to take back what's been taken from you. He made you from the man's side. The man is accusing you women of screwing up and messing up everything and being the reason why everything is messed up. So the man don't trust you women with leadership anymore. They going to constantly degrade you women. You women ain't nothing but a dollar sign. You women ain't nothing but a sport. You women ain't worth nothing but being human trafficked. Man, and there's some of them, it's called the word called reprobate. Once a human become embraced with certain type of lifestyles and personalities and characters, you can't change it. And right now, mental health was kind of getting somewhere, but now it's really doing bad right now. So this is finna get worse. It's gonna get worse, sir. Just to let you know, this is about to get worse. So you can, all you can do is try to create security around yourself. You know, I got cameras all around my house. You know, and they don't care about the cameras. They'll come past the cameras. So, you know, I don't sleep. I'm always up. I never sleep. I'm up through the night watching over my family. All my doors is locked. All my windows, everything is secured, but I still get up and check them anyway. I don't sleep. I'll sleep when God come and get me. I don't know what sleep is anymore, you know. And, you know, it's crazy. Like I said, I was stabbed 8 times, and I never pressed charges. I never went to court. I protected that person's freedom. So when the people got in touch with me, like I told them, I don't know who stabbed me. I don't know what you're talking about. I've learned what it means to turn the other cheek. I've been in prison. I've been in some situations where I had to turn the other cheek and I had to take the higher role. I've been out here working with nonprofits. I've been out here working with different humanitarians. So a brother asked me, what have I given back? You know, it felt good to be able to share with him the things that I've done concerning giving back. If it wasn't for the pandemic right now, I have a $20,000 grant, and I have like 20 kids that I would have been working with this past summer. But this pandemic, AKA plandemic, it messed all of that up. You know, so, you know, there's a lot of us.
That's right.
Yeah, it messed a lot of.
It's true, but trust in God gives you peace, my love. That's right.
Yeah. Amen. Amen. Amen.
That's
Amen.
right.
God first. Everything starts with God. That's what I'm learning. So I don't got time to be worried about a lot of things that the humans is worried about no more. I don't care about it no more. I'm more focusing on getting to the other side. You know what I mean? I don't do family reunions and I don't do family get-togethers. I don't, you know, like I say, I don't see family. So I'm different. Y'all ain't right. I don't see no mamas, no daddies, no brothers. Y'all ain't right, man. And I ain't wrong for not wanting to be here no more. The only thing that makes me want to still be here is my kids. And the fact that I can help somebody. God said if you could just change one of them, just one. You know, so like people say you got little prophets running around you. I let my babies know who they are. So the wrong people can't come along and tell my babies who they not. My daughter knows she not my daughter already knows she not the B word. She already knows she not the A. I done taught her this already. She know this already. Right. She know this. So the man that called her out her name, he gonna catch hell. Exactly. Because I set my daughter already and my sons down, and I done told them who they are. So can't nobody come along and tell them who they not. Can't no gang member come along and recruit them the way the gang members recruited us. Can't no gang member because they know who they are. They know what it is now. And this was and I prayed that I could have my babies to myself. It's just sad that after God answered that prayer, we looking for the reason why I got them. It was, you know, I wish my babies was already at home online and I wish they didn't have to go to school or a place where they got to be shot up and, I got to worry about the school getting shot up. And then they think about it. My kids don't even notice, dang, Dad, we haven't been sick. I know you ain't been around the germs. You haven't been around people, son, daughter. You've been in the house. It's been easier for me to protect you. The only thing I got to make sure is that my babies don't go crazy setting up in the house. My daughter and sons don't go crazy setting up in the room because these kids don't understand what's going on right now. And I see babies lost right now. They don't know about their future if they even got one right now. You done told these babies to be goal-minded and stay focused and be purpose-driven. And now you done took the goal and the purpose and all of that away from them.
Exactly.
They don't understand this, so you're not sitting them down and telling them this because you keep telling them they're just kids. They don't need to know this kind of stuff.
Yep, exactly. Walk With Me Tiffany says she teaches her kids the same thing. Wonderfully Made said when guys, she's had sometimes more insightful and reflective. Yeah.
And understand this. I'm supposed to say this to everybody too, and she's right, Tiffany. Another thing is, I used to be nervous when I started reading them books to my kids. I was paranoid because I'm like, they just babies. How they gonna learn this? But I remember when a woman got a baby in her stomach, do you know that the man is supposed to be talking to that woman's stomach the whole 9 months? The whole time that baby is in that woman's stomach? Do you know the man's supposed to be talking to the baby, to the woman's stomach, rubbing the stomach, playing with the stomach? Not only that, the man is not supposed to be saying, look at the wicked baby, I can't wait till he come out. He's not supposed to talk to a child like that because that's how you give a child speech, bad speech. Because as that child grow and develop, it's going to mimic whatever it's hearing and seeing. So when I talk to my babies, I let them know, hey, how you doing? It's a beautiful day outside today. So my kids didn't come out with bad therapy speech. They came out, hey, Daddy. My wife, she said, you hear what he said? It's a beautiful day. I said, yeah, because I tell them good morning every morning. So now I can wake up and walk to this little baby. After I done said this to him so much, and this baby look up at me and say, good morning. Good morning. But his words is clearer. It ain't when you back it, yeah, look at that baby going, you making that baby retarded. And the man's supposed to be talking to that baby while that baby is in the stomach. He's supposed to be rubbing on that stomach and talking to that baby because that baby is inside that stomach and that baby can feel and hear and say everything that's being said to it. It can feel it.
Absolutely. Absolutely. DOD, you've been quiet. You have anything to add to the conversation?
Well, no, I just been listening to the brother, talk about his experiences, and so hey, I'm letting him get it off. I'm letting him get it off until he lands.
I'm willing to be quiet anytime you need me to, brother. I get paid to talk. This is what I do. I warn people. I had to warn people and tell people if you got something you got to do, you better go on and do it because I'm disabled and God done gave me all the time I need right now to talk to you. And I ain't got nothing to do. And I enjoy talking to you because we have words to settle. And when we cross paths with one another, we ain't supposed to be talking like that dude that was talking about. We supposed to be communicating like this, growth and development. We have words to settle. We ain't supposed to be talking about death and destruction and what's going on in the clubs and in the streets. We're supposed to be talking, and if we is talking about that negativity, we're supposed to be talking about it just to get to the bottom of the truth.
Right. DOD, there's a question for you. Wonderfully Made wants to know if you have children. You don't have to mention if you don't want to say.
No, I do. I have 3 girls and 1 boy. All of my children are adults. So my youngest is 26.
Whoa.
My oldest is 34.
God bless your babies. God bless you. So I wasn't worried about reading whether they was understanding. I just started reading. And before I know anything, my kids start catching on. God told me don't worry about whether they're understanding or not. Let me deal with that. You just read. I said, okay. And ever since then, I've been just reading. So I'm saying that to say this. Y'all need to pick them books up and read to y'all babies. Talk to y'all babies. Read to them. Stop sitting up in the house talking about you bored. You ain't got nothing to do. You do got something to do.
Be with those kids. That's where I didn't do baby talk either. I always talk to them the way I'm talking right now.
Normal, because you messing up their therapy. You're gonna be the reason why that baby go, where did you go watch that video movie? You must made that baby retarded. You don't talk to your baby like that. I learned that. I used to tell my mama, don't talk
to find this channel. Tiffany was trying to find your channel, but she couldn't find it.
Who, me?
Yeah.
Tell Tiffany my channel. I got 486 subscribers. I don't even want subscribers. I've been making videos asking people to stop subscribing to me. Just get the message and keep it moving. My right hand to God. Tell Tiffany she may go on there and see just one video right now. Never know what I'm gonna put up either. So tell her don't get too comfortable with just tell her she can just watch it. But I'm different. Right now, I told you I deleted 1,000 videos and 106,000 views. I'm different. I'm not on here for the same reasons everybody else is on here. They mad because if you better get this while you can. I'll come on your live and share with you. If you want this stuff to stay on YouTube,
I was just gonna say, well, I appreciate you coming on my live and talking to us today.
I'm only here to support you. I was looking for you. I'm making my rounds with God right now. And thank you too, and thank you for having me. Appreciate you for having me and giving me the chance to share the script, share some words, share some truth with everybody. And this is what I do. I'm willing to help support. If you want to do it, talk about more about what happened and how it happened and when it happened. Because I'm gonna tell you something. There's a lot of males and females. They don't know what's going on with love and relationship. I've been with my wife for 12 years, going on 13. My mom and my dad been together for going on 50-something years. Everybody I grew, God blessed me to be around. My brother and his wife been together for 20-some years. It's been a blessing to be around people who've been in long-term relationships. I watched my parents go through the things that separate more than half of the relationships in the human population, and that's what showed me how to find a woman and be with her and just her and her only. And it's been a blessing. I don't want to screw the whole world. I just want my wife. And that's what's wrong. I'm just gonna say it like that. More than half of the men and the women, they ain't not comfortable. They want because I wonder what a man would do if he slept with every woman. What you gonna do now? You done had every woman in the world. Now what you gonna do? Mm-hmm. What a woman gonna do? She done had everything. We just giving up. We give up on ourselves. We giving up. We just crashing. And this is sad. I stay to myself. I keep to myself. I thank God for my wife. I thank God for my kids. 12 going on 13 years with her. Like I said, I've been around people who've been in 50-year relationships. Right now, I got a mentor that flew me from Arkansas to Detroit, Michigan, just to learn a lot about what we're talking about right now, education. They flew 20 of us. Instead of going to the schools and getting straight A students, they went to the street corner and got 20 of us and flew us to Michigan. And it was an ASCAT convention. We were surrounded by all kinds of different black people, different people from all across the globe, with Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, them priests. So it's been a blessing to get that education, so you share it with y'all and everything. Like I say, I'm thankful with one woman. I'm thankful with just her, It's just
good. Treasure your queen. That's what a man's supposed to do.
Right, but then I didn't have a man to teach me this. I had to self-teach myself this and learn in prison and learn in the streets. I didn't have no father, no dad, no man to teach me how to be a father or a dad or a man. But this been hell. This growth and development has been hell self-teaching myself. But it's been getting better now because I know I have to teach myself. I have to be that man to me that the father, that the God put in my life wasn't to me. I have to be my big brother. I have to be my big cousins. I have to be my big uncles. I have to be all of that to me because I tried to be what God put us to be with one another and give them the opportunity to be it to me. But the people you start with ain't gonna always be the people you gonna finish with. Right. And we in Matthew. We in the book of Matthew, where family members is gonna be turning against family members. And your enemy will become a member of your own household.
Sir, let me stop you for 1 second because I want to address this piece and I want you to address it as well. Desiree says her son is 14 and they thought he was 17 because of how he speaks. Now he's wilding out.
I'm going to tell you something. Your son got the gift. He can't control it. He got the gift. He born with it. We all born with this, but we didn't have a mother or a father or that outstanding guidance to say, hey, Gary, this is why you're here in the world, and this is your purpose in the world, and this is what you're supposed to be doing in the world, and introduce the world to me. I had to learn the world, like I said, through the gangs and prisons and the streets, the backwards way. Everything is backwards. That evil that lives amongst us told God he was in his father's house, under his father's roof. And God kicked him out because he waged war with him. And Tupac died. I'm finna answer that question. Tupac died and screaming, I wonder if heaven got a ghetto. Well, Revelation 12, verse 7, woe to the inhabitants of the earth, for that old serpent called Satan and the devil is coming down to you. We know wherever there's war, there's ghetto. A war broke out in heaven in Revelation 12, verse 7. A war broke out. Your son is a messenger. Your son is a teacher. Your son is an educator right now, God. Your son is a leader right now, God. Your son, the reason why people feel like your son is a lot older than what they think he is because God is giving more power to these children today. Because God knows that the devil is getting stronger in his evil doing. So God said, even in the scriptures, I'm going to be giving more power to the new babies that's being born. So we got a new generation of babies coming into the world more stronger and more powerful. But it's up to me as a father. It's up to, come here, son. Come here, daughter. Hurry up. Help me make this example. I need y'all. I need my team right now. Where my son at? Where my daughter at right now? I need my son right now. Where my son at?
Intentional about what was said. Enemy within, trying to win, keep speaking positivity around him and reinforce righteousness.
Right.
Absolutely.
Son, who said you a prophet right now?
God.
Who say you a leader right now?
God.
Who say you a teacher right now?
God.
Who say you a man even right now?
God.
Who say all that?
God.
Not when you get old, but right now. We're going to teach you how, we're going to guide you and show you how it go. You a messenger right now. You can speak the word. You got it in you. It's in you right now. You just got to be taught how to use it. You got to be taught how to tap into yourself, son. Say thank you.
Thank you.
Hey, so what I'm saying that to say this. Her son is a teacher. Her son got the gift. God gave 10 talents to 10 people. 9 of them took their talent. Your talent is the gift of life. You're supposed to take your talent and do something good with it. Invest it into the world. So when God came back to them 10 people, 9 of them had did what they were supposed to do. And God was pleased with them. But that was 1 out of the 9. He took his talent, which was his gift of life, and he took it and he turned around and he buried it in the ground. And God said, what's going on? Well, he told God, I knew you was coming back. And so I just took my talent and I buried it in the ground because I knew you was coming back, and I waited for you and had it for you. God said, you ain't did nothing with your life. You took your gift and your life that I gave you and you buried it in the ground, and that's not what you're supposed to done with it. And that tell your son to take his talent up out the ground and stop. He burying his talent in the ground right now. Yes. Tell your son, and that's why he wilding out right now. Your energy entered. God want me to tell you to tell your son that his energy introduces itself before he speaks. You see, a lot of us is praying to God. He want me to tell y'all this too. A lot of y'all praying to him. He said a lot of y'all coming to him and you're praying to him. And then you run back and you spreading lies on him, talking to him. He don't talk back and he don't answer you. God said, how y'all gonna understand him with his mouth closed? He said, how you gonna understand him with his mouth open? You don't even understand him with his mouth closed.
Hi. Let me stop you for a second, too, because we do have another person on the panel, Mr. Research, aka Skya.
No, my name is CA.
CA?
Yeah, CA Latre.
Thank you so much for coming. How are you?
Hey, how are you, to you lady and to you two gentlemen? So thank you for allowing me to share the microphone. Let me give a different perspective. Let me use the professional side of how we live. All right. So in the professional side of how we live, we always get people who say things should be this way. But then when those same people have an opportunity, they do not hold integrity to what they said 4 months prior. Then in the professional world, we got people who will say, well, I can't hire this person because it's all about getting who's most qualified.
That's right. Preach.
But then they realize that the other group of people are bringing they group in without all those qualifications. And the person who was just critiquing about the qualifications has no courage to correct that group and still goes out to chastise people who look like them under the rules that they know the other groups are not using. And they always say little slick stuff like that, like this. Well, that's them. This is us. So I'm saying that to say, going back to your way earlier statement, you got a bunch of people, no matter what gender, you got a bunch of people who find it real convenient to say what another group should be doing. But then I always ask, like, for the ladies. I thought the ladies were supposed to be nurturers. Why is that 15th on the list now? Let's go to the men. I thought the men were supposed to create businesses for their sons and make their sons' lives easier. Why are their sons 17th on the list now?
Come on now.
So we got this problem.
That's right.
This is what the plantation people understood very well. Over in Africa, everybody's stuck on tribes. You from Lagos, you from here, you from there. And you know what the Arabs do, Bella? You know what the Arabs do? The Arabs are like, you like Allah just like I like Allah, right? Yeah. Okay, I'm going to use that to get in good with you. And now, once we are all sharing Libya or whatever the case it may be, and we all growing up together, this is just an example, and we all growing up together, now I'm going to stop using Allah and Islam, and I'm going to shackle you and start selling you for $200 per slave. Wait a minute, my Islam brother, Arab. I thought we were all living under a code. I thought we were all... No, now that I've gotten the power, now I'm going to stop doing that, and I'm going to look at you one way. I wrap it up by saying this.
Hey, JK. Thanks for coming.
People got to understand that the enemy looks at all of us one way.
That's right. Come on now.
The enemy don't look at us as black woman, black
That's
men,
right.
Haitian, Jamaicans.
That's right.
The enemy don't see none of that.
That's right.
The enemy will even see a black Saudi Arabian guy as black. It is our fault for this constant separationist mindset.
That's right.
It is our fault. This is my last comment. I'm gonna put myself on mute.
Now keep talking.
This is why this goes to the chat room. I'm answering somebody in the chat room. This is why 4 white people on a plantation were able to hold 30 slaves hostage. Let me say it again. This is why the little white girl, the daughter, the daddy, the mother, and 1 overseer was able to hold 30, 40 people plantation, because it would always be another black. No, Bella, don't run. It's ghosts in them forest. It's ghosts in them trees. No, Bella, you can't escape, because that's going to affect me. I'm finna go tell. No, Bella, you can't stab Mrs. I'm gonna grab your hand at the last minute before you get a chance to stab her. Because you know if you get in trouble, it is always us with these self-inflicted wars that we put up on ourselves.
Wars on top of wars. Bella?
That
Wars on top of wars.
excellent.
Hey, keep talking. Tell them to keep talking.
Made. I'm sorry, I had to go into the chat and handle something real quick.
Yeah, hey, that was wonderfully said. That was beautifully said. That was professional. He wasn't playing when he said professional and proficient.
Yeah, because that's really our problem. When you look at the 1950s, we've gone backwards as Black folks.
That's right. Keep talking. Come on now.
We're making less money.
Mm-hmm.
We have less fear of banding together. We have less power options. Black men can't let us off the hook.
That's
Our sons can't walk into a $60,000-$70,000 a year factory job the way our uncles had it.
That's right.
Our sons got to get out here. Hey, look, Black women can't let you off the hook. Your daughters are not allowed to work where you currently work at. They're fighting your son for a security job right now.
That's right.
They're fighting your son for a handyman job right now. But at the same time, they don't want to be seen as manly.
Mm-hmm.
So I tell women all the time, yeah, you're in power, but the Pakistani guy, his kid can get straight off the boat and instantly get $40,000-$50,000. You've been told that you can't hire family members. Well, can you point out to me in the HR handbook where it says that? Well, it's always been like that. Again, can you point to me in the HR handbook where it says that? Because I'm going to tell you what it actually says. It says you can't have a family member directly under your supervision. Never said you couldn't hire them.
Mm-hmm.
But this is the ghost in the trees that Black people like to do each other. One more point before I share the mic. Look at us as guys.
Mm-hmm.
I'm from the hood. I did dirt. I accidentally got into medical. I work in a very niche situation. I got 5 certifications. I had no intention to get in this, but I recognized where the power was. So I didn't finish my college degree. I stopped because I was just making money.
Mm-hmm.
And I just went and got more certifications. When I realized certifications were more important than the darn degree. But here's the problem I ran into. I have no Black-skinned male allies. All of my Black-skinned male allies, and this ain't no diss to the brothers, this is just real, they're service workers.
Exactly.
They lift in boxes, mopping floors.
Mm-hmm.
I'm the only Black man in my whole hospital department, 5 floors. Everybody else is Filipino, white, and others. And
depopulation is real.
I try to get on the diversify team because they were scared about Black Lives Matter. And I risked my job. I got on a meeting and I told them this is why these people are doing this, blah, blah, blah. Oh, thank you for speaking. But guess what? The Indian woman and the Latin guy wouldn't even let me get on the diversity team.
Wow.
And the sisters, they're too busy to be bothered. So here's where our problem is, Black folks. It's not really so much of them. We are doing it to ourselves. And then when a person like me gets up here and I wag my finger at the brothers, the sisters cheer. But if I wag my finger at the sisters don't cheer.
That's right.
The guys cheer. At some point in time, we got to realize, who have we hired? I hired 12 brothers in the last 2 years before COVID. So who are we hiring? When you have a Black-owned company, but you don't really hire Black people, is it really Black-owned?
Right.
So what are we doing? So this is why sometimes I, as a brother, I got to step away from some of these conversations because it goes back to what I said. People ain't really serious.
No.
People ain't really serious. And now I'm gonna mute myself so you guys can talk.
Okay,
when are we going to
hear
get
what he
serious,
said?
though? That's the thing. When are we going to get serious? Because we've all been saying the same thing since we've been on here almost 2 hours. We've all said it in our various different ways, but we're all talking the same thing. So
Okay.
are we going to collectively get together and say enough is enough? I don't need a leader to lead me. I don't need one person to like take me to the next level. I will get there on my own, but I would like to get there with my fellow brothers and sisters.
Okay.
All right now.
All right. Here's the problem. This is one of my CA solutions. So here's the problem. You are never truly getting there on your own. You just getting a bag of money. Okay. Let me give you the example. The internet. The white folks could not get the internet to work. Mm-hmm. They went to a black man at IBM who got the internet to work. Did he get a patent for that for his children? No. He just helped massa. Okay, that's reason number one why we can't get it together. We are always trying to be the Buffalo Soldier and hunt down the Native Americans for the white man. We are always doing that and getting nothing for it. Getting a bag is the curse of every black. Nobody should ever be proud to get a bag because that's not power. Let me give you one more example. A black woman created the algorithms that allow us to talk over the internet. Didn't get no patent for herself and her children. No. Just helping a white man. Most of you guys who have a phone with lithium in it, that comes from the Congo. They got Congolese young 12, 8-year-old slaves going into the ground so you guys could have lithium batteries on your cell phone. But that's another reason why we're not going to do it. And finally, it comes down to this. Now, this is going to be bad, but this is just what I believe. Back in 1950, Bella, who was hiring black women? No, just take a guess. Who was hiring black women?
I will say the government.
No, not even close.
Okay.
You're not going to find any black women with government jobs unless they were politicians. You're just not. You can't name one. Not at all. Because you got to remember, this is before the right to vote, and this is just after Jim Crow. So again, and I always puzzle black women when I say this. When you look in history, and because I'm Mr. Research, I like to give you things you can go research yourself. So I'm not making a speech to you.
Well, you speaking truth.
When you look at the Pullman Union cable car guys.
Yes.
Bella, they created the first national black women's economic convention for black women. Okay. But they get no praise of it in 2020. Young black girls think black men ain't did nothing for black women. Let me give you another example. The first black woman to fly around the world in an airplane was bankrolled by who? A black man newspaper exec. But in 2020, black women believe black men did nothing. You got to remember, white women hired black women to clean their house and use their breasts to nurse their white children.
Hey, can I stop you for a quick second?
Go ahead, sir.
Hey, I just want to stop you for a quick second and say this. Don't forget what you were saying. You said something. What you just said, don't forget what you said. But I just want to say this to you. I appreciate you more than words could say. I thank you more than words could say. I appreciate God. You just don't know. I appreciate you more than words could say. And I just want you to know everything you saying. I'm receiving it. I'm receiving it. And it's true. Forgive me for stopping you, but I just needed to say that to you. And I appreciate you. You have a beautiful soul and a beautiful spirit. Thank you for speaking truth with us.
Thank you, brother. I appreciate your reference. I appreciate that. So it's documented, Bella, that white women were not bringing you into their offices.
That's right.
You were working in their basement as a typewriter.
That's right.
Go look on the movie that was just put out. showing black women in the basement at a totally different building.
But
White women didn't.
We wasn't just drinking from separate water fountains, but we've been doing a lot of separately stuff, and some of it's been secretly.
Right. And I think black women don't like to acknowledge that white women didn't even want to march with you during the suffrage feminist movement.
Oh, I know that.
You got many black women who tried to make light of the fact that white women told them to get in the back.
That's
as
right.
As they were marching.
Shout out to Rosa Parks.
But in 2020, for some reason, black women, young black girls, don't know the history and think black males are the number one enemy.
That's right.
Now,
come on now.
I'm gonna wrap it up by saying this, because you said, why can't we get it together?
Yes.
That's right.
All this is a prerequisite. The black men, I will agree, there's 70-80% of brothers talking bad, doing wrong.
That's right.
I'll agree with that.
Yeah.
But guess what? There's 30% who will help women before they help their own son. Let me say it again.
That's true.
30%, they will help women before they help their own blood boy.
That's right.
And the blood boy had to turn to the streets to look for some guidance. But some strange woman is doing well. Now that woman will turn around and help other women, including white women, before she helps that black male.
That's right.
Now mind you, she got helped by black men, 30% of black men. And she will go align with that Pakistani woman, align with that Latin woman, align with. So what's left for the black boy? Rob, steal, kill. Well, let me take it off for the boys for a minute. We're not even helping the woman isn't even helping her own daughter.
That's right.
She calling her a pick-me for loving a black man, calling her a mammy for being delicate and wanting to clean up behind her husband. I mean, we got colorism to fight. We got a whole bunch of wars that she's over there fighting. And mind you, these guys are still over here helping.
Wars on top of wars.
So now let's not take the dudes off the table. The dudes are not taking over management roles.
That's right.
They're not taking over assistant management roles.
That's right.
Dudes is just checking in, hoping that the massa treat them right.
Checking in.
And 10 years later, when they pull their job and give it to their cousin, now you mad at the whole system.
That's right.
So those are the dynamics that are going on. In order to fix it, we got to get brothers to realize, don't punch in at no job over 3 years and not be the supervisor at least.
Exactly.
Not be if you've been there 5 years and you still ain't the manager, but this a Russian guy just moved here 2 months ago and now he's your boss.
Exactly.
Don't have women be the most educated in the world, but your first priority, according to the Bible, is for the kids, and your kids is uneducated.
Exactly.
You're the most educated in the world, but your kids are not honor roll students.
Exactly.
So where is this? But
yeah,
when you go ahead.
No, they Wonderfully Made just made a point that some people are calling Stacey Abrams a mammy because of the way she looks.
Well, I will say this to you and Wonderfully Made: black men did not invent that negative word.
All right now.
Mm-hmm.
Black men did not invent pick me.
We didn't create this vocabulary.
We didn't create none of that.
Tiffany became a member. Thank you so much for that.
We just got caught up in it like the rest of everybody else.
So sometimes women got to turn and look. There ain't no evil black man to blame for the mammy and the pick me and all that other type of stuff. So I'm gonna shut up because I gotta go. But I just believe that in order for us to fix it, you ladies have to turn to each other.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
Y'all had to say, what black man have we hired?
Mm-hmm.
Why are our sons not reading at an honor roll level since we're the most educated?
Mm-hmm.
Who have we pulled into this job we've been at for years?
Mm-hmm.
Why are we not manager yet? And to the brothers, hey, we got to stop giggling,
That's right.
and
That's
thinking
right.
everything is a Boogaloo Chicken George clown opportunity.
Mm.
And we got to take over some manager positions.
That's
We
right.
got to, because if not, you're relying on people not to form like Voltron against you. Oh, I got my bag of money. That's all I need. Sir, you got your bag of money for a couple of years, but you don't have a 5-year concept. You haven't been at the spot for 10 years. You've been at the spot for 10 years, but they won't let you elevate. Matter of fact, they told you they cutting back on this, and now you got to start over again. Where are your allies? Oh, well, that don't matter. I'm still good. Okay, sir, now you retire. You in your house, but this group of Chinese people are buying a house across from you and to the side of you, and they scheming on your property right now.
Right.
Ladies and gentlemen, when you get sick or injured and you go to the hospital for whatever reason, and you by yourself, you ain't got no wife, you ain't got no husband, you ain't got no son, no daughter looking out for you, the people are going to ask you this first question: what do you own? What property do you have?
Mm-hmm.
There has been many of single people who thought they were good, who had to go to the hospital for something, and now when they get out of the hospital, they realize that there's been a lien on their property to pay a hospital debt, and you thought you were good. Right. So I just say these are the things we need to do to fix it. These are the things we need to do to fix it. Ladies got to turn internally within themselves and say, hey, we're supposed to be nurturing. We're supposed to be making sure these kids are 3.4 honor roll students at least. Who have we hired in the Black community? Why are we telling people that they got to be the best of the best when our counterpart is letting them do OJT? And the dudes, our solution, we got to get off this help a woman, help your son. Help the Black dude who want to go commit a crime, but he just needs somebody to pull him into this little factory job or janitorial or whatever. Oh, they don't want to work. Stop that comment. Stop telling somebody what they don't want to do. Give them the opportunity. These are the ways that we fix it. Thank you.
Absolutely. Absolutely. If you're in a position of power, I definitely believe in giving back. I was in that position. I still am in a position, and I always give back to my younger counterparts, my male counterparts, my female counterparts. Let them do it straight out of college. Go get this, get your education and get in here. And now you go back and reach back and pull somebody else in. I pull in, now you pull somebody else in.
You know, another thing that's weakening our race right now too, this hip hop music. This hip hop.
I don't even call it hip hop no more, because when I heard hip hop, it was actual lyrics and things that made you think about things.
Now it's all about popping a pill and getting doped up, and hip hop right now, the messages in the music right now is bad. So we having a beautiful topic of discussion right now, but somewhere else all across the globe, there are some messages to mess up everything we're saying right now, and it's our race that's doing it.
Well, part of that is our fault as older people, because when we do get a message, we don't protect it.
That's right.
When we do get an artist who's saying something, let's not say positive, but just saying something reflective of where we should be going and what we should be doing, we allow the young people to shame it. We allow the young people to pull it down. If I show you a Black man in a suit right now, or a Black woman in a polka dot dress rapping, the first thing that's going to happen is the hee ha ha crowd is going to come out and try to demoralize that person, even though their message is good. And that's our fault not to get on these Twitter pages and be like, no, I like polka dot dress girl. She's all good. She's talking about motherhood in her raps.
Yeah, that's right.
You know, I like Rhapsody. That's a powerful sister.
Yeah, she is.
She doesn't get the limelight because she's not showing her body and she's not talking about, what these other girls are talking about right now. But she's using this.
Well, that's when you need to make a video. That's when you need to make a video as a fan. Take about 15 minutes. All the great lyrics by Raspity or Raspity's great lyrics that I admire, and tag it on to her thing. You know what I'm saying? Let it spread like that, because at the end of the day, a lot of these people, when they come to the forefront, they are trying to come from a wiser standpoint.
They just don't know how.
Well, no. It's just that it gets smothered by the young folks who ain't experienced none of that. I can tell you about Romania right now, but there's going to be 2,000 people. You ain't been to no darn Romania, man. You just saying that for clout, and that. You see what I'm saying? And then they don't get the information.
Hey, I would love to hear your Romania stories. I would love to hear it, brother.
I come back another time and chop it up with y'all. Much love, y'all, man. Keep doing your thing. CL and Trey, Mr. Research. Peace out.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Peace, brother.
Yeah, that was deep. And in New York, just 2 days, a day or 2 days before Thanksgiving, they right now the rappers is killing each other right now. And in the midst of them killing this rapper, they just killed about 2 days before Thanksgiving, they shot a 12-year-old little boy and a 14-year-old little girl. It's getting that bad to where when they come, they don't care where the bullets is going. So it's just a lot of things that's setting us back as we move forward. But I'm gonna get out. My wife just came home from work. She just walked through the door. I heard the garage coming up. And I still have a lot to say. But I'm a peace man. Be still. That's what God said. Peace man, be still. Peace woman, be still. But I'm looking forward to supporting your channel. And
so much.
Appreciate you. Thank you for allowing me to come up and share.
Thank you. I do this every Thursday, 9:00. So
I will be looking forward to you every Thursday at 9:00. And you know what I say to the youth when I do the motivational speakings, and I would go into those juvenile facilities, and sometimes those kids, I would tell them, thank y'all for helping me. Appreciate y'all. And the kids would look at me and be like, what did we do to help you? You've been up there on that stage. You done said a whole bunch of good stuff. They want to know, what did we do to help you? Because all we did was sit here and listen. I say to them, to be able to stand before you and share with you as iron sharpen iron, so shall man and woman and child sharpen man and woman and child also. Them kids don't realize, as I'm standing up there sharing with them, I'm learning. God has given me so much revelation and so much. We learning as we going, and we learning as we growing. I'm saying all of that to say this. I have learned a lot in this conversation and topic tonight.
Good.
And I hope somebody else did too.
Absolutely.
And everybody stay focused, stay alert, stay aware. And to your daughter, stay focused.
Be all right. I'll be all right. I'm gonna keep talking to her. I'm gonna keep building.
Yeah, I want her to know that not feeling like you can't get no elbow room and feeling like you're being closed in. I want her to know that that's.
Thank you, Desiree. Thank you for coming.
It's an illusion. I want her to know that she's fine, that she's gonna be all right. I want her to know that they can destroy the body.
Thank you so much for joining the show.
They can destroy the body, but they can't destroy the mind, the soul. They can't destroy the spirit. So she good as far as I'm concerned. She blessed. If God came and took both of us, he gonna take her on into heaven, but he gonna look at me and say, hold on, Gary, you done lived the life. I want you to stand over here. I gotta look at your folder some more. She good. She blessed. She ain't got nothing to be worried about. Just long as she got a good mother. She got a good mother and a good woman in her life to teach her and give her the outstanding guidance she needs. All she got to do is protect her essence and protect her sanity, and don't allow her sanity to go insane. Because that's evil won't her to think like that. It won't her to feel like that. But you let her know that that's a lie. She ain't caged in. She ain't caved in. She doing good. The world, people say, how you doing? I'm doing good. It's the world around me.
That's right. That's right. But I want the world around me to be better.
Okay, now.
Full circle to that young man.
And that's what we put here for. That's our talent. That's what the gift of life is all about.
Yes.
But for some reason, we as humans, we want more. And that's what got us in this situation. Because there was someone who was created out of all of us. And they weren't comfortable. Mama done gave me this. Daddy done gave me that. And I still want more. And that ain't right. And this evil that was created, it wanted more. And it raised war against its father. The same way we raised war against our mothers and our fathers in their houses. Mama said, be in at this time. Daddy said, be in at this time. But we want to stay out late because our friends are staying out late. So we didn't come in. And the story was the coach, his daughter, he told her be in before 10. She didn't make it in before 10. So when she came and banged on the door, the coach, he wouldn't get up to answer the door. But little did he know a young man was chasing his daughter in the domestic. So he killed his daughter. And so when the coach woke up the next day to go to the door, his daughter lay dead at the door.
Oh, my God.
But that's the thing about it. God got rules. He got boundaries. A parent set rules. He told her to be in before 10. If you don't be in before 10, I'm not opening up that door. There's rules in this world, laws in this world. I ain't talking about man-made rules and laws. I'm talking about the law of God. And you know, he got rules, he got laws. And if we don't, we don't respect them, it's gonna just, there's consequences, But I just tell everybody, read, research, do your study, do your homework, educate yourself, try to get right with yourself. Because when I was incarcerated, that's what gave me the time to read. Y'all got the case of the got this. I got to pay my bills. I got to go do this. I got to do that. I got to, but you ain't got no time for God. You ain't got no time for no real time for yourself. You need to have some time for God. God is like, you got all this to do, but what about me? And what about yourself? You doing all of this? You got the case of the got this. Right now, y'all don't got the case of the got this. Right now, your life has been stopped. Right now, your life has been interrupted. So you got enough time on your hands to learn right now. While you're in your home, read a book. Read something good. Try to do something good. Get right with yourself. This is the best time to do it. Because pretty soon, this quarantine, we're about to get interrupted. The vaccine is coming. And the vaccine, it comes with an allergic reaction. They're not sure about the vaccine. And the reason why they're about to do the vaccine is because everybody won't listen. Nobody wants to do what they play their part in to make this be a part of the solution. So the vaccine is coming. When that vaccine get here, there's going to be people running to avoid the vaccine. There's going to be a group of people, officials looking for these people. People are going to be running all over the place like they on the run because they're going to have a list of everybody that's been tested and everybody haven't. You ain't going to have a choice in this. The vaccine is going to be your new driver's license. The martial law is coming. Checkpoints are coming. You don't need permission to move from this place to that place. And your driver's license is going to be proof that you have got the vaccine or you don't have the coronavirus. And the only way you're going to be able to prove you don't have the coronavirus is by saying you took that vaccine. You remember what the side effects to the flu shot done to people. It messed up people's mobility skills. There are people who have allergic reactions to some of this, to this man-made stuff, and they got a black man. Every time they put a black man to represent these medications. My mother lost a breast to breast cancer. She's in stage 5 diabetic. She does dialysis 3 times a week. They gave her 24 months to live almost 2 years ago. She took one of those medicines and it messed her breast. It gave her breast cancer. If you notice, between 12 o'clock in the morning and 5 o'clock in the morning, those commercials come on talking about if you took this medicine or that medicine, there's a lawsuit in that, and the judge have funded a certain amount of money and you can get some of that money. Well, the vaccine is going to be one of those commercials in the future because it's finna screw some people up. Everybody ain't going to be able to handle this vaccine. Nope. Our bodies ain't meant for the stuff that our bodies is going through. Everything is backwards. Death is taking over life. Hate is taking over love. Bad is taking over good. That he told his father, I'm about to go down here in your garden and change everything. He said, when I'm done, your children gonna curse you to your face and bow to me. He said, I know I've lost this battle and I know I can't be forgiven. Best thing I can do is take as many of your children with me as I can. And that's that evil. That's the devil's campaign, is to take as many of us with him as he can. He know he's lost the battle. He know he can't win. He know his downfall and everything. You should hear the conversation between him and God. You know, I want to see God's face. I want to see my creator face. I want to see his eyes. I want to hold a conversation with him. I done hung out with you humans. I done kicked it with the animals. I done enjoyed y'all. I'm ready to hang out with my creator. I want to see my creator's face. I want to hear his voice. I want to be in the presence of his glory. I want to be in the presence of my creator. I done hung out with y'all. And I done been in, I know what Martin Luther King mean when he said, I've been to the mountaintop and back. I know what that means now. God used to come down in this garden that we call earth and the planet and world. He used to come down in this and walk through it. He used to come down in it and hang out with us and chill out with us. He stopped doing that because the humanity have defiled and contaminated the earth. So God can't step in it no more. But he still visits us. He still communicate with us. Y'all need to stop stalking one another. Y'all need to stop stalking the drugs and stop stalking all of this crazy stuff down here that Mr. Research was sharing with us. We need to stop stalking all of that stuff and start stalking the truth. Start stalking God. The black man been separated from the black woman. Her master told him the black man can't live with you. We got a Section 8 for you. We're going to put you over here. The black man can't live with you. There's many black men somewhere living with a black woman off of Section 8, and he think he the man of that house. But that's the government house. The government is the baby daddy. The government own that house. The government run that house. But this man living with this woman and living off that woman, and as far as he's concerned, he the man of that house. You not. The government is her baby daddy now. The government is guiding her and telling her how to live and what to do. And at any point in time, she may tell that man who got some better advice for her where he can go. Because the government is taking care of me. You men ain't doing what y'all supposed to do. You failed the black woman and the black child. They don't want the black vote. Once upon a time, there was nothing but black male prisons. Now, when you look, you see women prisons and little child prisons done arise. There's more children prisons and women facilities. There's just about as many as them now there are men. At first, wasn't nobody going to prison but the men. At first, they was building more prisons for men. There wasn't a lot of women locked up, and there was no kids locked up. Now there's a lot of women locked up and kids locked up, and humans are tired. Don't nobody want to be bothered anymore. I don't feel like you, Miss Bella. I don't feel like you, Mr. Research. I don't got time for you, Undefeated. I don't feel like it. I don't got time for you. I stay to myself. I don't hang out with nobody. That's what this evil want us to do, is stay away from one another. Because once it can get more than half of the human population separated and divided, the division really, it can really campaign this division. That's the goal, to separate the people and divide the people, because where you find people, you're going to find truth. But right now, we got generations that's being born that don't know nothing but the lie. They know nothing about the truth. You try to teach them something and tell them something good, they want to kill you. For trying to save their life. God bless y'all. Stay alert. Stay aware. Be kind to yourself. Be kind to others. And get as much education as you can. Try to get right with yourself. And try to get right with God. And get right with whatever that's wrong around you that you can get right with.
That's right.
You only still alive right now. We still alive because we still got more work to do. When he took me up, I begged him to let me stay. When he took me up, I told him, please don't let me go back down there. I don't want to go back down there. Please let me stay. And he said, you got to go back. You still got more work to do. What you don't want to do is get caught with your work undone.
Mm-hmm.
I'm out of here. And I look forward to you next Thursday.
Thank you, sir. All right, I'll see you then.
Hey, but guess what, Miss Bella? I'm already subscribed to you. I got to start. You know what? I may not be pushing my channel the way everybody else is, but I'm finding people. I'm asking God to order my steps to people I can support. And I'm assigned to you. I'm assigned to you now.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate that.
All right, y'all. I'm not savvy with these buttons. I'm gonna sign on out of here. Y'all be patient with yourself and be patient with God and learn patience, because we're gonna need it, and we're gonna need more than guns and weapons of mass destruction for what's about to come. Weapons ain't gonna save your life, and money ain't either. That bag ain't gonna save your life.
That's right.
God bless y'all. I'm out of here.
All right. God bless you too.
All right. See you Thursday.
Okay.
All right, peace, brother.
Wow. I couldn't stop him if I tried, because he was on a roll.
You got a little land. You got to let him do his thing. Once he land, then you get a word in.
Yes, I love it, because until today, I've never met either one of these gentlemen. So, and they both came up and really, spoke quite eloquently about, their paths in life and what makes them kind of, the man they are today, and really, reaching back and helping others by, teaching them, whether it's, getting on and doing lives, or, getting grants, like the gentleman just said, let's talk truth, and said, he's getting grants to talk to young boys about this. And I think his message is so powerful, because I think these young men some are lost. Some don't realize where they're going, and the path that they're going is not a path that will lead them to anything good.
Well, see, Bella, there's a lot of truth. There's a lot of truth in what the brothers were saying about not having men, fathers in the home. A lot of that is the reason why. See, I was lucky to have both my parents in the home.
Yeah.
My father had businesses, and so I learned from that. And so I didn't have to worry about going to the streets to learning any type of how to be a man from anyone on the streets. Now, believe me, once I got grown, I did my dirt. I did what I did, but I was lucky enough to be grounded enough to know that that wasn't the way to go. And so I quickly, it was very quickly for me to get back, right back on track, because what I was doing wasn't me. That wasn't the real me. And it happened after my mother passed. So once my mother passed, I started doing things that I normally would never have done. But because I had both my parents in the home, because my parents were educated, my parents. See, the one brother that came up here that left first, I forget what his name was. He was talking about how women should hire, their boys or whatever right out of school. I like to take it a step beyond that. We need to be.
Good night, Tiffany. I didn't see Tiffany was leaving. Good night. If you're still in the chat, good night. Have a good night. Go ahead, DOD.
What we need to be doing is to building our own businesses and raising and passing down generational wealth through ownership, business ownership, not going to the white man and working for them and building up their legacy for their children to be passed down to. We need to start our own businesses.
Absolutely.
As a people. That's what I feel.
Absolutely.
And so I've been taking some steps recently. I'm doing some things that you kind of asked me what I've been doing lately. And I've been doing some things, try to pass down some generational wealth. But like I said, right now I don't want to bring it up right now. But it's pretty close to where I want it to be.
Okay.
But once I do that, then I'll announce it, of course, to everyone.
Sounds good. Wow. This has been a great talk. I learned a lot. I love when I do these kind of talks, which I don't do often, but I think I will. When you can step back and say, wow, like that brother has been through a lot and he was able to give us a testimony to how he went through and came out on this other side. And this other side is now I want to give the wealth of my knowledge and having gone through what I've gone through to make sure the next young man doesn't have to go through that. And I think
Right.
that is exactly what we need right now. When I say everybody circle in the wagons and pull it in and get it together, I mean circle the wagons and pull it in and get it together, because nobody is going to do it for us. We can't sit back and be complacent in this anymore. If you notice what's going on, it has been a constant and continual cycle of us being killed for no reason, us getting this virus that we don't have a cure for. We have a vaccine that now I'm seeing all the presidents, Bush and Clinton and Barack Obama, they're going to take this vaccine to show us that it's okay to take it. That gives me a lot of pause for concern. Because if you have to stand up to America and say, look, I'm going to do it so you can do it, that doesn't give me hope. That gives me more fear.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you something, Bella. Just because they say they're taking this vaccine and they may be on pay-per-view showing everybody that they're doing it, that doesn't, whatever is in that syringe, it could be just plain water.
Right.
I'm not taking that vaccine. I'm just not gonna take it.
Nope.
So I mean, whoever does, like I said, because I did a video on just a couple of days ago. Whoever takes God, if you believe in God, God bless you. I don't believe in any white Jesus whatsoever. The white Jesus was given to us when we were brought over here as slaves. We didn't worship no white Jesus. We were more a spiritual people. And so when I see our people talking about Jesus, that's part of the mental health issues that we have right now. Believing in a white Jesus given to you by your slave masters, and that's supposed to be who you worship. You worship their God. And see, that's why I really don't speak about it much when people are talking about God or Jesus or whatever, because I know it's going to turn into an argument. This is not my channel. Had it been my channel, the subject would have been brought up.
Mm-hmm.
But I just don't. I don't believe in no white Jesus. I never have, never will, because that's a God given to us by white people.
Mm-hmm.
I always said, how can a black church have a white Jesus picture hanging, in their church or in their home, and think after all that we've gone through that white Jesus is going to come back and save you? If Jesus is white and white people right now are supposed to be above us, why would he condemn his own people and put us on top?
Mm.
It wouldn't happen.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be like me. That'd be like you and I are married, Bella, and I go over to Tiffany's home and raise her up and just leave you. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy to me. And that's part of the mental issue that we have as a people believing in a white Jesus.
Mm-hmm. Wonderfully Made said, what about the military? They take everything, but then some of them have PTSD, but that's probably the experience.
See, but that's another thing too. I always talk about, why would you go into the military in this country and then you come back home and you're homeless? You should, if you're in this white man's military, I don't care if you're black, white, whatever your race is, when you come back, you should never have to worry about buying a home. You should never have to worry about medical care. You shouldn't have to worry about paying utilities. All that stuff should be taken care of, especially those that come back with missing limbs.
Mm-hmm.
Those that die in combat, their children, their wives, they should never have to worry for anything else.
Mm-hmm.
Everything should be paid for. That's what I'm saying. This country is really messed up, and it's really messed up with concerning our people. And so like, I just don't have any faith in this country, in this government, or anything like that. That's why my plans are to move. You already know what my plans are, but that's the way I see it. So I would take it a step above where that one brother was saying about hiring. We should be building our own businesses and hiring, like you said, hiring our own people, because everyone else does it. White people hire their own family members. Look at Trump. He's in the White House right now, and he hired his daughter and son-in-law. Right. So that's what we should be doing. We should be building businesses and hiring our own. Period.
Yep, it should. They should never be homeless or fight for healthcare. Absolutely. 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 All right. Well, we are now at the 2.5 hour mark. Woo. I think this is a marathon today. But I want to thank you guys, because this has been a really, really good talk. I think the crux of it is that we got to do better for this other generation that's coming in behind us, because they're coming in with all of these warped ideas and warped preconceived notions about what women are, and this catch and release, and this, they're ratchet and educated ratchet versus ratchet. Come on, we gotta stop.
Mammies and pick-me's and all this all crazy stuff. It's weird. It's weird.
We gotta stop it. We're doing a disservice to ourselves, and we're giving them, the others, more fuel to degrade us and belittle us. Because if we don't have respect for ourselves, how are we supposed to expect them to have respect for us?
Exactly. I agree 100%, Bella.
So that's all I got to say about that. Do you have any final words, DLD? I'll let my guests.
I do.
Go ahead.
I do. I want to thank you for having me, Bella, again, of course. I want to thank the two guests that came by. Like I said, I've never had met them before either, but I'm glad the brothers came up and had their little testimonies. Well, not a little, I don't mean it like that, little testimony, but had their say.
Yeah.
And I want to thank everybody that was in the chat that offered up questions and hung out and listened to the brothers and yourself speak. So thanks, Bella, for having me up, sister. I appreciate it.
Thank you. Undefeated on this panel, huh? We'll see.
I'm gonna drop off and let you in your life.
Oh, before you get defeated on this panel.
I gotta get off of here.
All right. Gotta quit while you ahead. I hear you.
Yeah. But but again, you're right, Bella. These young brothers and sisters these days, they just got it really all messed up. And it's up to us the older generation to kind of straighten them out, kind of make them aware of what's really going on out here. And if it doesn't start with self-respect, then it's gonna end in a disaster for us.
Exactly.
Like you said, our time is limited. To get it together. So All right, I'm out. Okay, Bella, I'm out.
Thank you. All right, everybody. Woo, what a show. Wonderfully made. I think you summed it up best. I've been on hiatus, but came back and woo, bam, what a show. Thank you guys so very much for hanging in there, for being on this show, for listening, for putting up questions and comments in the chat. It's been so insightful and enlightening for me. I think I feel a lot better than when I started on this topic, because I think you all kind of agree as well that we've got some work to do. We've got to roll up our sleeves and get things moving in the right direction. Miss Yo-Yo, you know you won on Tuesday. Everyone voted that your video was the best out of what we saw on Tuesday. So you have a special spot on my community page starting tomorrow. Well, actually in 15 minutes, because I'm going to put it up before I go to bed. So your video will be a highlight feature on my community page. You do a wonderful job in getting us motivated and thinking differently and acting differently and being different. So I want to thank you for that and congratulations. Yes, darling. Congratulations. You know, you just do a wonderful, wonderful job. And I'm gonna tell you, I watched another video today that I also want to put up. And I think, you know, this sister did a fantastic job on her video. And she doesn't know this yet. So I'm gonna let her know tomorrow or later on today. But It's All Hot Air did a beautiful, beautiful video. And we watched it today and it just moved me to tears. So if you get a chance, check it out. I'm actually going to throw that link in the chat. So give me a moment. All right, guys, when you have a moment, please check out this video. It just really sums up everything that we were saying tonight and what we are going through as a race. And we just got to push harder and do better. We do. We do. Our kids need us. They do. Our people need us. So we've got to do better for them. All right, guys, you know what I say after every video? You have now been bellified. Take care, and I'm going to see you back here soon. Until next time, bye.